So I was thinking about using a U-joint in my steering so that I could make the steering wheel a little bit more facing the driver, but honestly with how short this thing is, it's really not too bad without it, so I'm not going to overcomplicate it. So I'm going to make a little support now that's going to support the steering wheel down here. And at the other end I have this guy which will weld to the frame, and I'm going to make another one for up here, and then I'll just have some tubing come up and connect to that and then mount down to the frame. Well, I realized I screwed that up. So the whole idea here was to make it so the steering could bolt on and bolt back off. And this is the part that was supposed to bolt on to this. So, damn it, Carl!
Not my fault, you're a loser!
Never wants to take blame. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to cut that off, but it's only tacked on. Well, alright, that came off pretty easy. The nice thing about tacking with TIG is you get really strong tacks, but they don't have to be big, so they're easy to cut off. You don't really have to screw up a lot of stuff. So, what I'm gonna do is weld this on here, and then this piece will bolt to this one, and that'll make it so that I can remove my whole steering column and steering wheel a little more easily. Alright, well, I got this steering all tacked in place, and it seems like it's going to work pretty well. So now I need to start working on some pedals, because I'm ready to see what this thing can do. And that's pretty much all we got left. A little bit to do in the back, hook up a brake caliper, put on some more collars on the axle, and pretty much it. So I'm going to get working on some pedals, and then we'll see if we can get those things hooked up. some pedals. I mean, I got this plasma blaster and I can't help but use it for like everything. I love this thing. It saves me so much time, makes some really cool parts. So I still need to weld this, but basically I got a couple tabs that will get welded to the frame, and then I got a little roller in here that I'm going to weld the pedal to, and it'll just bolt on. And so the way I designed this was to have a little space, I guess, back here that your foot will be able to rest on, and that'll keep your foot from wanting to slide off and go into the tire or something crazy. And then I knurled these pedal ends here. I don't know if you can see that. Well, just give a little extra grip on your foot while you're, well, you won't stomp on this one. You'll be stomping on this one. This is a gas pedal. Gotta have that grip. You don't want to be slipping off. So originally I was trying to do these out of some 1/4 inch, and I figured I'd let Carl have a go at it on the old plasma blaster, and well, he made something that looks kind of like
It's not what you think it is. That thing is beautiful.
Anyway, so this is the new design. I'm gonna go ahead and get these hooked up. I got myself a little master cylinder. I was gonna use something off a motorcycle, but nothing really lined up really well, so I found this for like 12 bucks. Hopefully it works. I mean, we're not really worried about stopping so much. We just want to go fast. So if it works, it works. Alright, so I'm ready to tack these on. And what I'm doing is I want to leave a little bit of room in here in between these two tabs as I weld them on. So I have some little 1/32 inch spacers. They're, I think they're like door shims you can find at a parts store. I'm just going to stick those in there. And then I'll get this firmly tacked on. And then when I pull that shim back out, there'll be a little bit of a gap in there, and then I can use the bolt to tension in the sides just enough so this pedal wants to move freely but not be sloppy. So I'm going to get these tacked on, and then we'll stick the little peg of the pedal in there and see what they look like. Well, we are seriously nearing completion on this puppy. So we got all the steering hooked up. It's adjusted pretty well. We'll have to do some more testing to really get that dialed in. The master cylinder that I bought for 12 bucks is not that one because it didn't even work. I guess that's what I should have expected for 12 bucks. But what I had to do was make this little piece in here so that I could put a bolt through it and have that go in and push on the piston in this master cylinder. So this is off a motorcycle. So this piece basically just mounts into where the lever mounted and then gives me basically a cylinder for this bolt to ride down. And it works really well. It's funny because I was bleeding the master cylinder that I bought for 12 bucks for about an hour and just never built any pressure. I put this on there, didn't even bleed it, worked immediately. So, lesson learned. Again, as usual. I got a bracket made back here to hold the rear caliper, and that all seems to work pretty well. I got to make a chain tensioner or adjust the motor position and take a link out or something, but this thing is way too loose, so I'm gonna have to make a chain tensioner for that. But that's gonna have to wait for next time. Well, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Make sure you join us next time when we go and test this thing on the street. We're gonna wrap up a couple things, chain tensioner, and then we're gonna just rip it around, see what it does. So we'll see you next time on Provins Garage.